Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to part 2 of how to build the shoot house map from Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is everything we built in part 1. It's the courtyard, and we built about half the wall. And in part 2, we're going to build these couple buildings over here. These are those broken down houses, and back there is the bridge. And after this video, you should be completely done with this half of the map. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. Here is everything you're going to need for this part of the build. You will need oak wood slabs, stone, a few andesite walls, lapis blocks, some polished diorite, hay bales, smooth stone, some red carpet, a few doors, spruce and oak, and get a few different types of trapdoors. Get a few ladders, a few paintings, a lantern, a flower pot, a couple of red stained glass panes, and a couple of light gray glass panes. Let's start the tutorial. Alright, so now grab your hay bales and come over to this corner right here. And now going this way, skip 5 blocks. And now going this way, skip 4 blocks. And on that 5th block, place a hay bale. And now turn this into a 2x3 and make it 2 blocks high. Alright, now come right here and skip 8 blocks, going this way. And on that 9th block, place a polished diorite. It should line up perfectly with this corner right here. On this side, add 2 lapis blocks, and on this side, add 4 more polished diorite. And now grab your andesite walls and put a layer of it behind it. And add another layer on top of it. And make sure on this side there is a extra wall. Alright, now come over here and place 2 stone just like that. And extend it out this way by 4 more blocks. And add another layer on top of it. And add 3 more layers of wood on top of it. Alright, so now come back over here and place 13 blocks going that way. Alright, so now add another 4 more layers on top of this. So make this entire wall 5 blocks high. Alright, so now make this whole thing too wide. So do exactly what you did over there, right next to it. Alright, so now grab your stone and place 13 blocks right here. But now break 3 of them, so this whole thing is only 10 blocks long. And now add 3 more layers on top of this. Make sure it's not the exact same height as the wood. Make sure it's 1 block lower. And now grab your carpet and place on top of all the wood we placed. Alright, and right here in the middle you can break 2 blocks right here. And another 2 blocks behind it and put a painting back there. And also grab your wooden slabs and place one right there, and behind that you can place your painting. Alright, so now grab your smooth stone and come over to this wall right here. Skip about 4 blocks and place 3 smooth stone. And on top of that, just put some random things. Maybe a flower pot and a lantern, like I did. And skip another 4 blocks and place some trapdoors. This is just for decoration and making the whole thing look messy, like the real shoot house. And you can place some diorite walls and put some glass paint on it. That looks pretty good. You can do another one right here. And you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but just place a bunch of random stuff on the walls, make it all look messy, give it some detail. And just have a few trapdoors lying around, some on the wall, some on the floor. Alright, so now come over to this wall, skip about 6 blocks, come over to this wall, and skip another 6 blocks, and place some lapis here, lapis blocks, and turn it all into a 2x3. And then on top of that, place some spruce trapdoors. In the real shoot house map, there's this little table with like blue bottles on the bottom with cardboard on top. So that's what that's supposed to be. Alright, so for this next part, grab the materials in my inventory. And you're also going to need this. And we're going to start building that little broken down house that goes over here. So to start it off, place 2 smooth stone right there, 2 wood, and leave a 1 block gap, and then place another 2, and this is where the door is gonna go, and place another 2 and another. So your whole thing should be about 5 blocks wide. And you can get rid of that if you want to, but I'm gonna keep it. Looks nice. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this wall all the way back that way until it lines up. bring it all the way back until it lines up with this. And we're actually going to make this 3 blocks high. So you can add another layer right here. And now we can finish building this wall. And now you can connect these to complete the wall. Make sure you leave a gap right here to put a door. Alright, so now come here to the middle and add another doorway. And leave this little gap right there. That'll be a window that you can jump through. And now add a layer of slabs. So now you can break 2 blocks here and jump through it. And now don't cover the whole ceiling with just slabs. Do something like this. Leave some holes here and there. This will make the building look unfinished, like the real shoot house building that's here. Alright, so now we're going to build the next part of this, which is another little shack or unfinished house in the corner over there. And to build that, you're going to need these materials in my inventory. And start off by coming over here to this block and go straight all the way until you hit the wall. And once you're over here, skip about 3 blocks and place wood on your 4th block. And then place a door and 3 more wood next to that. And now extend this that way by 8 more blocks. And now connect that to this wall. And right here you can place another door. And now just finish the walls. Alright, so now create a ceiling using your slabs. Now add a layer of slabs along the perimeter. Alright, so now grab your hay bales and place 2 right here, and another 2 right there. And now grab your ladders, and right here, break a block, and place a ladder right there. And make sure your door is outside, like this. Like that. So now what you can do the door trick. Jump on top of the door and you can come onto the roof. And you can block this off if you want to, since you already have a door up here at the front. And right here you can add a few windows. You can add a few slabs to make some smaller windows. Make it look like there are holes in the wall. Alright, so for this next part, grab these materials that are in my inventory. And grab your andesite walls. And come over to this spot right here. This corner. And place 6 walls in a row. And add another layer on top of that. And grab your hay bales and put 1 right here and 2 right here. And do the exact same thing on the other side. Now grab your stone and come over to this corner right here. And place a stone right there and another 3. Now place 2 right there, and now just turn this into a rectangle. And now skip 5 blocks. And on that 6th block, place another 3 stone, just like this. And now come over to these hay bales you put, and place 1 stone diagonal from it. And then place 2 more. And now connect these. And do that to the other side and turn this into one big rectangle. And now raise this up 2 more blocks. So make this whole thing 3 blocks high. And now grab your wood and add another 3 layers on top of this. So make this whole thing 6 blocks high, 3 of them being stone and another 3 being wood. And you can cover up the holes in the top of it. And you can also connect both these. Make sure you only connect the wood and not the stone. Alright, so once you've done that, now add a layer of red carpet on top of this. Now grab your paintings and we're going to kind of decorate this. So you can just break a few blocks in here and put a painting in there, just like that. And if you want to, you can grab your wood slabs and put that here. And just add a few more paintings, just like that. And you can put a little in the front too if you want to. And right here you can break a few blocks and add some birch wood if you want to. This just gives it a little more detail and makes it look unfinished. And you don't just have to do paintings and different colored woods. You can use some trapdoors too. They look pretty nice. And feel free to use different types of trapdoors, like putting the spruce ones on the sides and a different type of trapdoor in the middle. Once you have decorated the top part, we can decorate the bottom too. So right here in the corner, you can add a door. It's a nice little spot you can use for maybe hide and seek or something. And add a few more doors and trapdoors on this side too. Put a door and two trapdoors right here. And if you want to, you can even put a trapdoor in front of the door. And you don't just have to do trapdoors and doors, you can put paintings or really whatever you want. Just make sure you decorate it or give it some detail. Alright, so now that we added detail to the front of it, now let's do the same thing to the back. Just add a few trapdoors again. You can use different types of trapdoors. You can use different shades of wood, put some paintings, do whatever you want really. And just make sure if you're breaking any blocks, you don't ruin anything on the other side. And that is it for part 2 of how to build the COD Shoot House map. This is everything we have built. This is the entire Seagate side done, which is almost half of the whole build. Over here is going to be the crate area, and over here is going to be the junkyard. And in the middle here is going to be the middle part with that hay bales and stuff. And that is what we're going to be building in part 3. And then in part 4 we're going to build the office, and in part 5 we will build the rest of it, the A-gate side. But for now, this is it for part 2. If you haven't checked out part 1, make sure you go check that out. There is a link in the description. But this is it for part 2. Thanks for watching.